the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Sierra, and I'm so honored to introduce you to these intriguing and majestic animals. And learning more about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this Orca Encounter gives you a greater understanding of these magnificent animals and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
And my friend Ikaika here is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly located for grabbing a quick breath of air at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It may look like they're located in that white oval eye patch, but that's actually just a visual distraction. They're really located in the darker area just in front of that white patch, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale is called a dorsal fin. It helps stabilize whales while they swim and regulates their body temperature. There is no bone or muscle in that fin, so sometimes you'll see a curve, just like with ice. The flippers on either side of the whale are called pectoral flippers, and these help with steering and stopping. If you were taking an x-ray of those pectoral flippers, you'd see 5 bony digits, just like in the human hand. And finally, the lobes on either side of their tail are called flukes. Now, this engine, propelling them to top speeds of 30 miles an hour, which is as fast as some speedboats. However, killer whales swim the fastest, and they use the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language to communicate with each other. A pectoral slap may be used to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a pec slap to get her cow's attention. But when they really want to be heard, they agree. Spy hopping is how killer whales get a better view of their surroundings and coordinate with each other while they hunt. Form of communication used by both killer whales in the wild and, well, right here at SeaWorld. So it's no wonder why they're at the top of our ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Killer whales in the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Corky's on our video shows a similar behavior and movement right here on our slide out. Antarctic orcas will actually make their own waves to knock unsuspecting seals right off of floating ice. Orkid's showing us a similar wave-making technique, demonstrating another complex and impressive hunting ability that killer whales have developed all around the world. But you can't imagine the true power or the amount of water displaced until you experience it for yourself. Luckily, I have two new friends here who have volunteered to help me show you the power of the wave. Let's give a big SeaWorld San Diego welcome to William and David! Alrighty, boys, you're gonna take a seat right there on that blue box. Perfect. Okay, so today, this is gonna be your iceberg, right? And you guys are my seals. So I only have one question to ask you. Are you guys ready to get wet? Yeah? What do we think? Do we think they're ready to get wet? I think they are! Alright, well here it comes in 3, 2, and 1. And here comes the wave! How's that go, guys? High five! High five! Everyone, let's give a big round of applause for our volunteers! Great job, boys! Oceans all around the world, it's no wonder killer whales have all different types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale that you see on the screen is the largest animal on Earth. It is nearly 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a killer whale. So how does a whale the size of Corky, for example, take on a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's all possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how young whales learn how to hunt and continue to practice their skills as they grow. You'll often see killer whales in the wild interacting and showing off their playful side. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Porpoising is when a killer whale swims really fast to the surface of the water, breaking out just briefly. Now you'll often see them doing this when they're catching a ride in the wake of a boat, or even when they're surfing a wave. like to be touched and will rub their bellies on rocks in the wild when they can. You'll often see killer whales in the wild imitate one another. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are constantly mimicking and learning from each other. Playful behavior like this has its purpose. For example, a tail whip may be used in hunting to stun prey. However, today, I've got a feeling these guys just might be stunning all of you. We interact with our whales all day, every day here at SeaWorld. It allows us to build trusted relationships so that we can provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. All 8 of our killer whales here on SeaWorld San Diego actually take an active role in participating in their own healthcare. We train a variety of husbandry behaviors here at SeaWorld. For example, asking them to present their tail flukes to us is helpful, but we need to obtain a voluntary blood sample to check on their overall health. Our whales can even slide up onto a scale so we can monitor their weight, just like you see Orkid doing in the video on the screen. We're even able to obtain a breath sample from their blowhole to monitor their respiratory health, all because of the relationships we build every day here at SeaWorld. And now I'd like to take this time to introduce you to 3 very special whales. We have Kalia, Makani, and Ulises. And making his way to the slide out right now is Uli. He is one of our largest whales at 10,000 pounds. He's also our oldest male at 46 years old. However, he shows us every day that age is just a number, as he's also one of our most athletic whales. We challenge our whales like Uli every day to learn new things, to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play. I'll keep these whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales and just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whales, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.